to Mooville TV. I'm Marley Mackenzie and I'm here with Stefan! Woo, woo, woo. As we always do.
Thanks for having me.
No, you're welcome. This is slightly different because the ones and the interviews that I've done before, I kind of know them already, but I don't really know you, which is good.
Well, you do.
Well, I do, but I'm going to
yeah.
get to know more, and everyone else is going to get to know more at the same time.
Excellent.
Well, first of all, tell us who you are and what do you do?
Well, my name is Stefan Davis. I'm an actor, director, writer, producer, based from here, Brom City, West Midlands, Dunno.
I don't know if I could do it, baby.
Oh gosh, BC. Been in the game for about 8 years now. Trained as an actor at Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts in London. Graduated with a BA Honours degree in acting. Have appeared in Doctor Who, The Bill, Doctors. Have done hundreds of theatre productions, done tours, directed various projects, done 2 online short films, and do my video blog on Stefan Davis TV on YouTube as well.
Yep.
So I'm just doing a lot of things. I'm in the process of producing co-directing and producing a play as well at the moment as well. So
okay, and we'll probably talk about that a little bit later, so we can kind of find out a bit more what you're doing.
cool.
How did you get to be an actor, a creator? What was your start of your journey?
Well, the start of my journey was really doing drama at GCSE.
Okay, yeah.
Which is really weird because I almost didn't get on the course.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Originally, I went to did my options for GCSE, and the drama class was oversubscribed. So I was told I had to go and do graphics, and I went and I sat down in the graphics class, and I was just really upset because I really didn't like the teacher. And then there was a knock on the door ahead of the year. It was like, Stefan, some people have like dropped out of drama. Would you like to join the drama class? I was like, yeah. So that was really where it all started for me. So I did that at GCSE, and then took it as an option for my A levels. Got an A in GCSE, got an A in A levels, and then did the auditioning circuit.
Yeah.
All the drama schools in London because I knew that's where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where it happened. That's pretty much how it all kind of started for me anyway. So.
Okay, and what was your kind of like your challenges or your obstacles to kind of trying to become an actor, or things that you're facing now as an actor?
I mean, starting off, my biggest challenge, I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
So that was always one of the biggest challenges. Like, I never connected with the English language, didn't understand how a comma or a full stop worked, didn't understand writing, thoughts, hated reading. But it was like when I first got into drama at GCSE, and even as I continued to progress through like drama school and everything, it was really, I felt empowered to use the English language.
Yes.
I started to understand like thoughts and intention and like words. Just instead of words being something that I was afraid of, I became a master of words and was able to harness them and use them. So that was one of my biggest difficulties, but acting and drama empowered me to be more. Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like telling the story using your body more, and because you connect it rather than seeing the words, it's connecting. I completely understand.
And nobody had ever really taken the time to work with me with words. Like,
yes. Yeah.
Like, because obviously, as we know, dramas and acting is one of those things where it's text heavy, and there's a lot of text study.
Yes.
And so with the time that you're given to study the text, and the time that even directors or tutors take with you, it really just, for me, it just opened up a door and just gave me so much power. Plus, I was a bit of a shy kid. And drama
does do that.
Yeah. Gives you the confidence, gives you a sense of self and a sense of fearlessness as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think because I'm dyslexic as well, so and the same, I can completely understand with that kind of that barrier, and even, you know, sight reading.
Yeah.
Going into an audition and thinking, I've got to sight read this, I don't even know. And you didn't want to sound stupid or silly, that kind of that barrier. But no, but the fact that you've been able to kind of go, well, you're empowering the words.
Yeah.
I think that's a really great message to send to people to embrace it.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but where do you see yourself in like 5 years' time?
5 years time. 5 years time, I'm gonna take over Birmingham.
Move.
Yeah. No, in 5 years time, I see really great things in my future. In the next 5 years, I want to have directed, and I wanted to have directed my first full feature film.
Okay.
And hopefully have directed a couple, and I want it to be like my first fully funded feature film. Like, I don't want it to be just like an off the cuff thing. I actually want it to be like released and properly distributed. In the next 5 years, I'd love to have established an independent arts venue that houses both theatre and film.
Yeah.
And I've also really want to set up a independent YouTube streaming studio.
Oh, okay.
So with a specific focus. Hopefully that'll be in the next 2 years, not the next 5. But
yeah, let's come on.
It's to really empower independent creatives such as yourselves.
Yeah.
To have a space where you can just come in. The space is there. It's got a nice set.
Yeah.
It's got a nice breakout space. You can come in, make coffees, invite whoever you want. You come in, you sit down, you interview. We connect it directly to your preferred streaming.
So we could just take this to.
Just take this, put it in the studio, and you don't need to focus. You don't need to focus or worry about like how am I going to get it online, and also like looking at how we can market your channel, how we can monetize your channel if it's YouTube or whatever, and how you can set up working partnerships. That's a really big part of what I would like to do, because I know that like within Birmingham and the West Midlands, there's a lot of people who have talents, creative ideas, who want to create and set up YouTube channels or create like personal blogs, but they don't necessarily have the know-how, or they don't really know how to get into it, or they just think I've got to buy a whole load of equipment. There's ways of doing it independently, but I would like to at least give people the independence and the freedom to either have something that gives them a bit more polish, or even do workshops that will help them set up their own channels independently as well. So I'm very much for I want to see people empowered and taking what they have and creating content which makes people look in our direction, because we make heads turn in the West Midlands.
We do, but people don't see it.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
But just to kind of dig a little bit, how did you get into the whole YouTube and that kind of world? Because I'm just kind of dipping my tongue like, that kind of, it's too much. But how have you got that kind of knack for it?
For me, I think for maybe I was watching YouTube, like the cat videos and stuff that were coming up, but there were a couple of channels, I think it was like early 2011, 12.
Okay.
There were a couple of YouTube channels by filmmakers. I don't know if I should say their names or not. But there were a couple of YouTube channels that I was just following, and what they were doing was they were making content, weekly content. Some of it was great, some of it wasn't so great, but they were actually professional filmmakers. And on one channel they would make short films, and on another channel they'd do like behind the scenes, tell their story. And I started to become more interested in the behind the scenes story than I was in the actual films. Like the films are great, don't get me wrong. So I was watching it, and then as YouTube started to change, because in the early days they weren't focused on the advertising, monetizing thing. And then as they started to change, as people started to consume media differently, like I was in the middle watching all the progression and the developments. I was seeing what was working and seeing what wasn't working, and also seeing people were getting these huge advertising deals off big companies like Adidas, and computer games companies were sponsoring like these little content creators, and I was like, there's something so powerful in this. So I started off my channel. And I've just been working towards, building my story, building my following, because
Yeah.
a big part of why I started as well was like, there's a lot of, when you're creative, when you're an artist, there's a lot of controversy that can come out.
Yeah.
And some people, some media outlets, I ain't say no names, but they like to dog people down if they ain't doing what they want you to do. So I was like, yeah, you know what? For me, I don't know what may happen. I like to be quite controversial and cantankerous at times, but I wanted to have a space where I controlled my own narrative.
Yeah.
So I didn't want like certain people outside where I get, and I'm not talking like I'm some major A-lister superstar, because I'm not. I'm Stefan from Birmingham City. But because I got big dreams and I got big plans, and because I want people to see what I'm doing and what I'm up to, I figured, you know what? Let me create the narrative. Let me do my own thing. Let me build my own audience. And if people are interested, then cool. They're interested.
Then they will follow you.
If they're not, then cool. But at least when I die, people can look back and be like, you know what? Stefan was on it, you know.
Yeah.
Stefan was on it. So that's kind of the YouTube story. I'm a very passionate guy. So.
Yeah, no, that's great, because it's a lot of time as well, and once you get it, then you're on the mark, and I'm hats off to you, because I'm like,
no, things like this are also for Mooville, again, creating your story and giving opportunities for people like me to come and just chat.
Yeah, which, because you know, Birmingham, I've been out the loop for a while, but I've come back and it's like I don't know anyone, or I know some people, but they've moved.
Yeah.
So it's like finding out who's out there and what's going on, and trying to get people together so we can kind of, you know, bring back Birmingham.
Yes, come on.
We're gonna bring it back. I'm just letting you know. Maybe you heard it
first.
TV. We're bringing it back. So from that, we've heard about the YouTube. What's your next projects and stuff? How can we follow you and plug time, basically?
Well, in regards to projects, at the moment I'm working, like I said before, I'm co-directing, co-producing, and actually going to be acting in a play called The Tale of the Fatherless. It's been mainly produced by Gap Entertainment, which are a company, again, they're based in the Midlands. They have in fact, big shout out to Gap. Check them out. I'll give it. They do a lot of stuff. They've recently produced a kids TV show, and they're also producing the second season of that, and they're also produced the Gap Kids show, and they're producing another show called Standing in the Gap, which is like a behind the scenes look into their children's performing arts company.
Okay.
They have been doing a lot of phenomenal stuff, and this play is them branching in out of the children's area and moving more into the young adults section. So The Tale of the Fatherless is a reprisal of a play that they've done before, but they did it in Leicester.
Right.
They did it in Leicester. So, we're doing it in the West Midlands. It's going to be performed. It's going to be a Father's Day weekend special.
Oh.
So we're doing the 18th of June and the 19th of June. The venues are to be confirmed.
Okay.
But just lock off that date. They will be in Birmingham.
Lovely. Okay.
And one's going to be a professional venue, one's going to be a community venue. And then after that, I am going to be going straight into pre-production for a short film that I'm going to be working on. I can't talk too much about it.
Okay.
But it's based around mental health within the African Caribbean community. It's about raising awareness, breaking stigma, opening up conversation, and it basically, it's hopefully will be an advocate for change. So I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be screened around the West Midlands. There's going to be a lot of different partners. So if you want to find out and keep up to date with all of this information, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram under Stefan Davis Acts. I'm an actor, so I act. And those are the two main projects that I've got in the pipeline at the moment. I mean, I've got a lot of other stuff that's in development. Like I've got a dance-based flick called Do It Like Me that I've had in development for like the last forever. But but I've done readings, and you can see those readings on my YouTube channel, Stefan Davis TV. I've done other readings for another short film called The Pink Elephant, which is like a metaphorical film about discrimination in the workplace.
Okay.
Like there's loads of stuff. I'll go quick there because I could talk forever.
We're gonna have to talk because some things that you're saying, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to speak to you about that and that. But no, okay. Something a bit different. I'm gonna do. What makes your work have the Stefan stamp on it?
Oh,
what do you think?
Gosh,
of the Stefan stamp.
The Stefan stamp, to be totally honest, is that it is almost, it's a very unique look at the world from my perspective, and I see the world in, I see the world in a very kind of, some parts of it are black, some part of it are white, and some parts are very grey.
Okay.
And in order to kind of like put my vision across or put my ideas across, I like to try and cover every element of that through my work.
Okay.
I don't necessarily like to shy away from controversial topics, but I do like to create conversation, create debate, and because I can be quite cantankerous at times. In fact, no, I'm cantankerous. I'm very cantankerous.
Just say it.
Yeah, I'll probably always be the one playing devil's advocate.
Okay. Yeah.
But I like to challenge opinions, thoughts, and perceptions.
Right.
So I think my stamp is to be challenging, but also I like to. I'm a perfectionist. I do fight to hit a certain level of quality,
Right.
and I want all my work to be enjoyable, quality, but also challenging. So yeah, that would be the Stefan Davis stamp of approval.
Okay, I'm gonna get stamp in his. Try it. But last but not least, what advice would you give to anyone who's inspiring to walk in your shoes or be a creative or just do what they love to do?
Okay, the things that I would say is, one, be confident in who you are. Be completely confident. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Don't apologize. When you walk into a room, walk into the room with confidence, knowing who you are in your own skin. Too many of us are walking around being shrinking violence, head down, and just not comfortable with who we are, or we take on the perceptions as to what everybody else in the world says we should be.
Yeah.
So be confident in who you are. Also, find your own voice. Like, find what it is about you that makes you unique. Find what it is about you that is going to make you stand out from the crowd, stand out from everybody else, because there's only one you, and the world needs you. You can't be here without hearing your voice. So definitely that. And I think the last thing I would say is, I had it in my head, it's just kind of falling out. The last thing I would say is,
but thank you so much.
oh, thank you for having me.
It's been such an eye-opener for me to see what you're doing, because I don't know. You do a lot. And I know I've been saying this, but you think that one person will just do, oh, I'm an actor, but no, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But it shows that we have to kind of be a bit...
We have no choice. Genuinely, within the West Midlands, we have like a reputation for doing nothing.
Yeah.
And couldn't be further from the choice. Couldn't be further from the truth. The thing is, we're just not great at shouting loud about it.
Yeah. We want to start to shout.
Oh yeah.
And stamp happy. And wave our hands. And say, we're here. But no, and I feel inspired now that there's people out there that's doing stuff. I know you're here, but now that I can go, right, I've got this idea, I want to work with such and such, or there's shows that are coming up, I can go and say, oh, when's it on? So there's a lot of connection now, so it's really exciting.
Excellent.
Really exciting.
Excellent.
So, yeah, this has been Mooville TV, and
Mooville TV, baby. You know.
I'm gonna get a hook up on the kind of YouTube thingy when you set that up. And
I got you.
Yeah, you'll see us just transform. But yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And we're out.